So what's made Rory McIlroy suddenly go back into the winner's circle? Not his long game, it's been this, the flat stick. He's been putting brilliant, he's been seeing Brad Faxon to get a few tips off Brad. Clearly the king on the green is Brad. What is it that he's been working on that suddenly made him go from losing shots to gaining strokes on the green? Obviously, we've just seen this week Rory lead strokes gained on the putting green, first time in a long time, and it's gone amazing for him. Obviously, he's been working very hard technically over the season, but according to all the reports, it's saying that Brad Faxon, that he met at the Bears Club, he spent a couple of hours with him and it's helped free him up a little bit. So technically, I think that Rory's strokes improved a lot over the year, you know, over the course of the winter, working with his coach. But what they've done is they've got the freedom now to start getting these putter rolling properly. So what are the things that they've been talking about, that they've been working on? Well, a lot of it's been to do with tempo. So obviously I did tempo a couple of weeks ago. Use a metronome, they're brilliant for it. I think that's a great way for you to feel that overall tempo. But again, what else they're doing is they talked about grip pressure. So they've got this grip pressure a lot lighter, okay? And got Rory then starting to feel it. Now, grip pressure is a massive thing when you're putting because it allows you to feel how the putter head's going to be moving in your hands, okay? And it allows you to then get the stroke moving properly. If you've got too much tension, it's really difficult to let that putter head release. So the thing that a lot of people have been talking about was him not letting that putter head release. So when we're talking like this, it was like getting a bit blocky here, sort of coming through in this sort of manner here, and the putter head was just staying too square almost. So in terms of letting it release, almost letting it release would see that putter head going more around. So what we'd do is, if I was hitting this putt, this is a right to left putt, we're going to hit a couple here to try a few different things. First of all, we'll get the feeling just with the right hand alone and a light grip pressure of trying to get the idea of how that toe of the putter can release and how it will flow on the way through. So that wasn't a bad stroke, I've just not quite hit that on the line I wanted to. Once again, just going to really get the feel for that one more time, letting that toe release, okay? Not quite hit that one hard enough, but it wasn't bad, at least to get the feeling. And now what I'm going to try and do is get that feeling of letting that toe release, but I'm going to have the grip pressure really light, okay? It's a right to left putt, get the feeling. Okay, so the first thing that's pretty close, not quite dropped in. Now, going to get the three balls again. Okay, now what then they've spoken about with Rory was to letting that toe of the putter release and sorting out that grip pressure with the tempo. Okay, they started to hit some putts and trying to get the ball to go into the hole on three different angles. One on the right edge, one in the middle, one on the left edge. So it starts getting him creative, it starts getting him working at his speed. It's a massive thing. If we're working at our speed, it's going to make a huge difference, okay? And it's going to really allow you to start getting a feel for things. So we're going to go again one more time. Really light grip pressure. This time I'm going to put a little T in the end of the putter here, okay? And I'm going to use that now as my reference point. So if it's pointing too much at the forearm here and I've blocked it, okay, if it releases, it should be pointing a little bit more back towards my belly button. So I've got that really light grip pressure, okay, just kind of see that stroke, getting an overall feel. What else they said is really important, nearly forgot guys. They said that what he's doing is look at a free thrower, basketball, footballer, Wayne Rooney, everybody has a trigger when they're doing something, putting a ball in motion in the free kick, the free throw, the baseball being thrown, they've got a trigger. Jordan Spieth uses a forward press, Steve Stricker taps the putter. I like a forward press. Find your trigger, which one works for you. It frees up that stroke. That's what they said they'd been working on, was getting that stroke in motion. So super light grip pressure here. I've got that T-peg in place, getting a little feel. I'm just going to, I feel like grip pressure, this is like a 1 or a 2, so getting a feel, little forward press. Oh, run out. Oh, that was on line. That was actually a decent stroke, that one. Let's see if we go to the next one. Light grip pressure again. Get the feel, putter head swinging. I'm not hitting these. Never mind. So obviously I clearly need to work at my speed here, guys, so I'm probably not the best example of this, or I'm going to have the excuse that the greens are a bit slow. But we can see there, I've really started getting that ball online. It's tracking beautifully, 2 left in the jaws. I need to work at my speed, but that's not what we're talking about here. Grip pressure and tempo, okay? They're the things. Let that putter head release. T-peg can be your friend for this. I can use that as a reference point. One-handed putting, which Tiger does, that's to help him let that toe release. If you're blocking your putts always to the right, it's a great way. Grip tension is massive for helping you with your putting. And lastly, why not try and figure out which one of the various different kind of pre-swing things to get you freed up works for you. Forward press, tap, there's loads of them out there. Find which one works for your game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, guys. If you'd like to see some more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching, and talk with you again very soon.